there, Andy here at Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it is Tuesday once again, which means it's time for our Tuesday game table. I'm here with my fellow barristers, Elizabeth, Gordon, Glenn, and Ian, and today we are playing Pictures, an amazing little game where we're going to make pictures out of random objects, sticks and stones, color blocks, whatever else we can find. Let's get right into it. Alright, in Pictures, we're going to be recreating the images out on the table using random objects and items and hope that our fellow players catch on. There are 5 sets of objects and 5 rounds in the game, so we're each going to need to use each of those sets once. And the 5 different sets of objects are color cubes laid out in a 3x3 square, building blocks, sticks and stones, these image cards that we'll need to lay out in a row, and shoelaces. 1 long and 1 short. At the beginning of each round, each player is going to receive 1 object set as well as secret coordinates to their image for this round. Then all at the same time, we'll try to use the objects we've been given to recreate our image as best as we're able. Does that look like an epic tree on a hillside to you? Yeah, me either, but hopefully it's good enough that my fellow players will know which image I drew. At the end of each round, we'll go around the table and guess which image each other player was building. We each get a point for each correct guess, and we get a point for every time a person correctly guesses what we were working on. Then we rotate objects, and we're on to the next round. Alright, before we draw our tokens for round 1 and start making silly pictures, remember to hit that subscribe button so you can see all of our Tuesday game tables when we post them. Alright, let's get those coordinates. Ian's got shoelaces for round 1, 2-hole shoelaces.
A long and a short.
A long and a short.
Oh, is there
So
a
not
difference?
2
Can I look at my
shoelaces.
components
Yeah.
ahead of the round? Oh, there's 3. There's 3
Oh,
shoelaces.
3-hole shoelaces.
Oh, there's 4.
4!
Oh, I think you're
You
the
can do anything
spares.
you want.
I don't know.
Hey,
Probably, man.
I'm doing whatever I want.
I mean, it's gonna
Okay,
be hard
so
to work
there
with
is-
regardless.
There's a long one and a short one.
It says you have a long one and a short one.
Okay,
It
we'll
says
just
1
use
long
2.
and 1 short.
Alright, maybe they're
Spared,
the most prone
Just
to...
in case you need to tie your shoes or
Yeah.
missing.
Very,
I'm
it's
missing
very
something.
considerate, guys.
Huh.
Glenn's got sticks and stones. Gordon's got color cubes. I've got blocks, building blocks.
I have the icon cards.
The icon cards. Okay. Wow. Troubling.
Are we ready to go?
I
There's
guess
no
we're ready to
timer.
go.
timer,
There's
or-
no timer.
Timer. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Before
Get it.
you reveal, the other players name their guesses. Each player that has guessed correctly receives a point.
Okay.
And then the player whose photo was up for guesses, then,
All
you,
right,
take, then you
so
take your
what
point.
did
I
you
guess
guess
that way
for
we
mine?
get to assess.
I guessed A2.
Nope.
I decided that was attempting to be a bird's head, so I said B4.
Negative.
I clearly see the top of this tower here, so I went with D3.
I did the exact same pattern
Yeah.
assumption
Well,
that Andy did, and I also put D3.
It is B1. This is
B1.
the circle on
Is
the
it?
ground.
Is that the circle?
See how it's got the line in the middle of it?
Okay.
And then this is the tree in the background.
Oh, you put the ground and the
There's
circle.
a tree in the background. Oh, that is really in the background. Well done.
Okay. Yes.
No points.
You did well.
I mean, that's what the picture is.
There's no way to do well. in this
All right.
game.
I suppose I could have negated the tree entirely and just did ground with circle,
man.
but I was worried about the pan.
I
Yeah,
thought
there's
this would be
the
pretty
whole
straightforward.
Or the light
This is
bulb.
gonna be great.
more information
Nope.
versus less information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, for Glenn, I decided that he really got that rock element going on there, and those were just the things lined up, and so I said C4.
They said the same.
I also said
I suck at
C4.
this game. D2.
It was
is what I
C4.
said.
All right.
Hey! All right.
So Glenn
What's
gets
this mean?
3 points?
Glenn gets 3 points from that.
We get
And we
1
each
point
get
each
one.
from the Glen. All right. What do we have here? We're going around this way.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Clearly, that's vegetables, right? So I guessed A3.
I guessed C2.
I guess C2 as well,
I guessed A3.
because I assumed that he ran out of green for the green light bulb. on top
I
here.
thought you meant the green at the bottom down here.
Well,
What was it?
It was A3.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Cucumbers,
And so-
carrots, red, and then brown.
Yes, that's exactly
That's
what
the
I was
brown in the corner.
That's what I was going for, and I was absolutely trying to anchor, but I'm anchoring to that, and that's I was originally going to go red, green, orange, which would be yellow, but then I realized that was just those stripes wasn't good enough, so I wanted to anchor, and I anchored to that.
So that worked
Gordon
out
gets 2
halfway
points.
good.
Gordon gets
I get 2 points.
I mean, it makes sense why the red wasn't in the center now.
All right, let's talk about blocks. I didn't actually build anything. I could very easily have put this upright.
Yeah.
Interesting. That would have been more fun.
I wonder if that's in the
Yeah, well, okay, sure.
Okay, so I had a really rough time with this, and I
think that's
apparently thought that this is a standing figure, so I put A2.
I put B2 because of the arc in the middle and the other elements of building stones.
It looked like a faucet to me, so I said A1.
I originally said A1, but then came to the same realization as Ian and decided that arch was that arch, and you're trying to build that up, and that to me looked like you're using what you could to come to B2.
Well, I don't know if you've ever tried to use plain geometric shapes to represent chickens before. This is a bunch of roosters.
What?
The one in the middle's taller.
He sure is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Wow. I think the one extra thing I could have done to make it ever so slightly better would have been to try to lean this out, because the one is leaning forward.
Yeah, that would have said chickens to me.
Obviously, everyone would have picked
That's
up on that.
definitely
Yeah.
chickens for sure.
See, clearly. Big error on my part.
All
All
right.
right, 0 points for me as well.
I've gotten 0 the whole round, so we're doing great over here.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff.
So, I have some pictograms over here.
Sure you do. Yep.
Yep. Oh, I guessed first. I guessed D3 because I think it has all of the elements. It's a fun time. There's light bulbs. Maybe there's fire in those things. I don't know if those are candles or not. People are in love, and you could live in the tower.
Wow. Interpreted.
I
Yep.
guessed the traffic lights, C2. Because I see a light, they're on a timer.
Oh, yeah, actually. The fire and the love. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I originally had C2, and then I just came up with an explanation for just about everything. I ended up writing down C1 because I was fixated on the light, and that was the first thing, and that was all that I got.
Nice.
It is daytime, which is a time.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a
And
building.
there's a
It's
house.
building.
There's a house there somewhere.
Yep.
They probably have a fire, and it looks lovely.
Here's why I think it's a cup of tea. You need electricity for a time to warm it up, and then in your home you have warm love at the end.
True.
You know,
Whoa.
Andy was really the closest. Nobody got it.
Gosh darn it.
But you have an idea and you spend some time on it,
Oh.
making something for your home that is flammable and that I happen to love is woodworking.
That's
Wow.
So Andy got the closest.
That is
mildly
flammable. I like that.
No points.
Perfect. I have scored 0 this round. as
All
well.
right, pictures.
1 point for me at the whole round.
There you
Two
go.
points
Enjoy
for
your
Tokens,
shoelaces.
tokens,
Have some
tokens.
icons.
Tokens. This is not
Throw those
exciting.
out.
Brewing.
So you do just get 2.
Yep. Okay.
Pass those
Hello, blocks.
methods around. Oh, color
keep your
cubes.
pictures.
You're the
done.
best. No, this
Oh,
you
oh,
get.
it does stay.
I've got a good chance.
All
So
right.
it just gets the same one 4 times.
Do you want me to go me first again? Same order?
Sure.
Len, did you guess me?
Oh boy.
I guessed that you were D3. A bunch of people milling about with a building that's going to attract
One day
lightning.
you're gonna draw this tower.
I'm gonna
We're gonna be right.
I'm gonna get that big tower.
Somehow
no,
you keep describing
I did not
the
get
tower.
it this time.
All right, it's Superman.
Yes! Yeah! Oh, it's a dude getting changed in a phone booth that turns into an electric
Yes!
guy.
Hey, I guess
Yes!
not just Superman, but
The phone booth?
Yeah!
Yes, it's Superman.
I got a high five that one. Yes, dude. Yeah.
I lucked my way into
All right.
that. I also guessed D3.
I was also taking the literal approach with these guys, and I also put D3.
Oh, it's so good. All right, 2 points.
It's a little powerhouse.
Thank you.
People can get in. That's all I got.
Nice.
But that was enough.
I almost went that route because I was going to do light bulb, but anytime you put freaking light bulb, you get this thing. So I was like, all right, here it is, Superman. I'm going for it. Nice.
You got that. All right.
That was
All right.
good.
Cool, that's it.
All right.
Alright,
So
Okay.
what'd you put for
Wait,
Glenn?
wait,
guess
hold
you-
on.
We're into Glenn. I decided that this was the horizon and
Yep.
this was the
Yep.
pier.
You would be correct.
Yes, it was
Oh.
a double.
I guess the same.
I originally thought that it was this, walkway, but then I was like, no, it's definitely that pier. So yeah, got it.
Okay, I got a 2. C3.
Hey,
Awesome.
So we get 4 points there.
good stuff.
No,
good
I
stuff.
get 1 point.
You get 1. I get 4.
Jeez. All right, it's Andy. No, it's
That's
Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah.
And it's Gordon. Wow. Let's talk about Gordon. Why did I guess B2? There's rocks, and they're in a vague formation with a gap in the middle. That's the entirety of it. It's totally oriented
It's
the
actually
wrong
not
way.
a horrible
but
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a horrible guess.
That is what I said. It was B2.
I guessed A1 because there's a thing, and then there's some other things.
I too guessed A1 because of the things.
There are things in all of that. Yeah.
I was also on the thing train and guessed A1.
Well, you see, this is actually a color palette. And so I've got a big color here, and it's all kind of the same color, and then a color here with a gap in the middle for a surfer.
I was gonna do surfer, except
It's actually
Gave
not
him this
horrible.
Superman
if you
thing.
had done that, I would have guessed surfer. But no.
No, because what I was actually trying to do was to mimic this
The waves,
shape as
yeah.
much as I could. I needed that. I wanted
I
to
got
do something
you.
with the surfer, but
There,
I thought
yeah.
about that. I thought about it, and I just.
I think we're going to get to this interesting point in this game where we stop trying to build the entire image with some of these trickier
Yep.
ones and focus on
Well,
building
and that's what I
a
did.
creature.
Yep,
or
I was
a
like,
thing.
phone booth. That's
Yeah.
the main element.
Yeah.
How do I do phone booth? It's here.
And,
Superman.
and as when I was changing stuff up at the end, I very nearly thought that same thing, and I thought, oh, I should just mimic the surfer legs.
Yeah,
You
or
know.
even just say like the sticks are the surfboard, and then there's a surfer on top, and try to go for like the closest you could.
Yeah, like, I very nearly did something like that, but I was like, you know what, everybody else has done. I need to just stop.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right,
All right.
here we are.
Andy,
At the
you
color
wanna go
blocks.
first?
All right.
It's a nice
so
place to be.
My interpretation of Andy's color blocks is that we've got 2 blue jeans and 1 blue shoe.
Cool.
No hidden pigs.
I guessed the pier because it was blue and gray on the outsides with clouds on top and a brown down the middle.
That is what I did as well.
As with me,
I was the pier.
Nice.
3 points.
even though it was a double pier, but I thought,
I know.
I was
As
like,
soon
let's
as
just
I
get
knew
so
Andy's for
weird.
And
sure,
I
this one
love
was
I
super
love that
easy
that's a
here.
possibility in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't eliminate.
And then we're on Elizabeth. Let's see here. I guessed the stones with the arc in the middle because it looks like stones with the arc in the middle.
You would get a point.
Yes.
Hey.
No! I talked
I
myself
also
out
As
of
soon
that.
as she was like, "This is the," if you guys don't get
Well,
this,
and also because you've got tower in the
Yep.
back with thing
Yep.
in the front.
Yeah, the 3D,
So
it
the
was really
three-dimensional.
good. Yep.
That's what I guess as well.
Yep.
So I wanted that so badly, but I had just screwed that up with Andy that I decided that this was actually a handle on the faucet, and I really talked myself into that.
Wow, yeah.
That took a lot of talking.
I did.
Yep.
I too guessed B2.
No!
For the stone rocky formations.
Nice.
This is where you
Classic.
psych yourself out.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are.
All
Okay.
right. Has
And
everybody
I like your sheet, so I'm
actually
not
got a
confused.
blank that
My
they
guesses
haven't
are in.
Are
filled
we
out?
good? Everybody filled
Yep.
in? All right, starting
For
with me.
better, for
Glenn.
worse.
I forgot what mine was.
Oh, I had to guess yours?
Yep.
What I put this.
Yep.
It's all the stuff in a row.
Are they teapots? What are they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Canisters, watering cans.
Those are teapots.
They are watering cans.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I got it wrong. I didn't write down what I intended to write down. I intended to write down C3 because I thought that you had actually built the pier, and I just thought that
Well,
was.
this is the bottom of the picture, though.
It was just you were building it out.
He's got
it was
building
going
blocks,
out.
he could
It was
actually
going
build
out
a
to
pier.
sea, and I actually wrote down C2, which is not what I meant, and I had no idea as to how I could justify
In
that. But
conclusion, you're
the
wrong.
teapots are good. So yes, regardless,
Good
I
talk.
didn't get it right.
What the heck is this?
And you can see how they're like smallest to largest.
Yeah, yeah.
Unlike the chickens, which are not smallest to largest.
And there are 5 chickens, I noticed, so I ruled that out.
Yep.
Andy, would you guess?
Oh, I too guessed the watering can.
I as well. So.
Nice. 3-banger.
3 points for Ian.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
How could you not get this, Gordon? It was so easy.
I told you.
My
I-
DNA helixes really call out the
Oh my
picture
god!
that it's
Oh my god!
supposed to
Wait, you just wait. Okay.
All right, all right.
Those are. I will know. Those are blocks. These are watering cans.
Well, and I tried to Like
I will just point that
I
out.
don't know.
It'll be relevant later.
Did you get
That's
Glenn's?
not yet.
Glenn, I decided that you were Superman again in B3.
This would be hilarious if that was not. I also guessed B3.
Additionally, I wrote B3.
So did I.
Well, as I had said when Ian made his that it was this. I didn't do that, so it was B3. Yeah, I pull it out and I'm like, really?
Well, that's got to be the one that you put back in the bag.
No, I
No,
pulled
he
B3.
pulled
I
it back out. He did pull it back out.
All right.
Sticks and stones.
All right, the analysis of the shoelace. Go.
Here we go. Obviously, this is vegetables cut into helixes.
All right.
Cucumber slices.
Don't say anything till the end. I want to hear everybody's.
Before you moved it, I
Yeah,
thought
it
for
got caught
so
on mic.
before you moved it, I thought for sure you were making the 2-circle stoplight with something on the right for an unknown reason. So I put
That was
C2,
my-
but I know it's wrong.
That was my
Because then
initial
you moved
assumption
it,
as
and
well.
then it's
And
wrong.
then I also
Yeah.
decided that was not right. So I put the tower because one of these times that tower is going to be the right guess.
Yeah.
And this time I had nothing to go on, so I went for tower.
Anytime you're not sure, it's D3.
Yep.
Right?
I went with D4
Because they're literal shoelaces.
And
They
shoelaces.
are literal
sure enough,
shoelaces
sure enough.
tied like a shoelace.
Sure.
That's why we
enough.
don't play guessing games, Gordon.
Show enough.
See, I wanted to point out that those are not actual
Yeah,
literal
yeah.
watering cans. These are literal
Yep.
shoelaces.
Unfortunate.
Well, I did it because I thought it was DNA hexes where people are going to evolve into pigs. Or vice versa.
The shoelaces does make sense now that you say that. Yep. Yeah.
I even
So you get
tied
1 point,
the
right?
bow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I spent a lot of time tying the
Well,
bow.
why'd you
sure
only
enough.
tie one of them?
Because I didn't have enough shoelace, I didn't have enough time.
That was
Maybe you
a-
should have just tied one and left the other one out of it.
Maybe, I don't know. But
didn't
we had
go
just
great.
talked about focusing on one element.
I tried.
And so I focused on
Well, and he had even done the
Yeah, the
crisscross.
crisscross.
See
I
the
thought he was trying to
crisscross.
make, circles or.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, when he was first doing it, when he had it just like this, he was doing that. I thought he was doing the tower because
Yeah.
he was like doing, because you had up to 4, and I'm like, there's 4 levels of the
You
tower.
really should have made
then-
this one into a shoe and then
Right.
wove this one in
Right.
through it like it would have on a
Like-
shoe.
There it is.
Apart,
I think that
inside,
would have been
apart.
slightly
Yep.
more obvious.
Giving
The
it
two-
context.
Yeah.
shoelaces. Shoelaces.
Anywho.
Or you could have
Moving on. It is.
Hang on. And
Done this.
This was actually
Minor clips.
Would that have worked?
before it collapsed.
Yeah.
I thought that you were trying to do like a nice perspective through this walkway in C1.
I also said C1.
What did I say? I said B2. Tower, and then the hole in the center.
Yeah, sure.
I ended up at C1 as well with the nice little.
Yeah, that was an attempted recreation of the pier.
Oh no.
I was on the,
Another pier?
Another
3
pier.
piers. That's why I asked if we
Ah.
thought there were only
So
2
stop
of each,
guessing
but-
pier. We're probably.
I was on the pier for a long time.
Well, that's what I thought after the last round was a never guess pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of tokens in that bag.
Spicy.
Alright. Color cubes, go.
Oh, it's me.
Color cubes
I
go.
guessed B1 because the blue circle in the middle, the brown ground, and the black tree shadowed in the
You
background.
get a point.
Wow.
As did I.
same
B1.
here. B1
Point.
clearly
Yeah,
a
it's not my
B1.
round.
No, you didn't?
I guess
Oh, I
this
only get 3
tower
points.
here. Where's the blue in the tower? You tell me.
Hard to say.
But it's brown on the
It does
bottom
have
and
the
black on the top.
yeah.
I just I thought that like
Blackaroony.
Let's
make
see
it
if
really,
Gordon,
really symmetrical
Gordon can
because
pull
it's a really
B3 for
symmetrical
the
picture.
cards.
Not excited about
All right.
cubes.
All right,
Okay.
turn in your
Get
turn
out of
in
here,
your
sticks
coordinates.
and
Turn in your
stones.
coordinates. Turn in your coordinates. You know the rule. If you don't know what it is, tower.
Yeah. I'm not putting that because it would be on the bottom.
Fair point.
All right, so Ian's first.
Yep. That's me.
So I went with C1, corridor with a little bit of that, and then the green in the very dot in the center.
Genius.
Yep, that's what I went with as well.
I too went with that.
Me too.
Yes.
Hey, blue points. We're all great.
All right, Glenn is the chickens.
Yeah.
Chickens.
Chickens.
It's a
That's-
better representation of chickens.
And it's not what I wrote, but that's what it. I clearly can't do coordinate
Oh.
axes. But no, I mean it's D2 is what I meant
Okay.
to write. Yeah, it's the chickens.
Alright,
Glenn
you're gonna
gets
have a
4
point for that.
points.
That's fine.
And now,
Here we are.
Got it.
yep. Well,
It starts with
Oh,
A.
we're here.
Mhm.
Wow, yeah. This is clearly a surfer
surfer.
who's gonna be cold.
I put T. Because you drink tea when you're
Okay.
cold.
Oh, that's the surfer? I didn't go with that. I went with C2 for traffic light.
Yeah, no,
Guy and stop.
It's meant to look like the top of that, and there's people.
Wow, so nobody got it.
Yeah, no, I mean I didn't have any idea on
It's
how
a
to
building.
represent that because
People.
if I put building in there and the like, we'd used it so much. Because I wanted to do
Lights, like
building people light,
Yeah.
and I just thought,
There's
that's not.
literally only one thing on here that has both a building
No.
and people. That
No,
would-
building people light.
I
just-
didn't use the light bulb in the same thing because I was like, they're going to
and
miss that. if
so I
you put
thought the
light.
only thing I can go with was this
Yeah.
to represent the top, and then I thought, okay, at least I'm going to give you people.
It's not horrible.
No, it
Um,
represents
horrible.
cold. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
but they're wearing jackets, right? So like that would also be correct.
They're wearing black. That's all I can see. All I
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
is
it's not
shadow.
horrible.
No, it
It's not
was-
horrible.
there
But like I
was-
said,
I
I think
see.
tea would have been really good.
I got no points, so it is horrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
points. No
That's true.
points.
No point there.
Yeah.
either.
So
All right.
We're on Andy.
So, you got the Lantern Hallway C1?
I did.
Yoo-hoo!
No.
I see one.
I put
did not.
D3
I put the tower.
oh
because it looks like a tower.
no way, it's definitely he's got it hanging. He's got the hanging lantern.
Literally
Literally
Yeah.
hanging, and it's got like this
That's
lantern.
fine.
I didn't look at it for a long
So
time. I
good.
just said, oh, that's
Yeah.
tower, and put down the tower.
Alright, so how many
Two
people asked for a
extras.
lantern? Two?
Once.
Also, I had to
Here
put
we
tower
are.
for somebody to answer.
Yeah,
I should have
that's-
been
It's-
yours, yeah.
and I was also relying on Elizabeth's
Default
rule
answer of, yeah.
Maybe all 5 of us will get the tower.
Oh, it's
Right,
Elizabeth.
well,
Final
A1?
round.
Correct.
Oh, spicy.
I also went with A1.
As,
Same
as
as-
did I, A1.
I mean, I really hope that there would be no
4
problems there.
points.
Well, it was just an interesting determination.
Yeah.
Because you could have angled it. Like the angle.
Well,
Like, isn't this the stick that you're going for? What's
no.
the stick?
This is the stick.
Oh! That makes a lot more sense.
So you got it correct for the
Wrong reason.
Well, it was like, that's the right, it has to be that picture because there's no other one that
The
has
dreaded
two, like,
shoelaces.
elements on a line.
Shoelaces. They did fine for me. Half points.
Oh, we
All right, it's me.
Please cut that.
I just
part.
realized I have one of his blocks in my pocket.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's funny.
That would have been the same exact answer. Great.
Yeah, that does not change.
Doesn't change.
Oh,
It actually
Yes.
reinforces my
Yep.
choice.
Same.
Good deal.
All right. Glenn, what do you think I got?
I went with A4.
You are correct.
He's got the
The saw on top of
Yeah,
the wood
stuff from
tools, the tools on the
Yep.
top,
Yep,
and
yep.
the
No,
nails.
I eventually, but see, I had decided that you were recreating the surfer. So even though the angles are wrong, but I figured from your position it would be hard to redo that. But
Did you get Ian's?
I did. I got 8.
I also got A4.
Yes.
excellent. All right, how about me?
Here we are.
alrighty, you have the little
Yep.
bird there.
That's where I landed.
It's a bird.
It's a seagull.
Yep, that is correct.
All right. Well, here we go.
Here we go. Yep. That's guys. It's obviously a traffic light.
Obviously.
C2.
Obviously a traffic light C2.
It's C1.
Oh yeah, I went with C1 as well.
Totally a traffic light.
Yes.
I had to get the circle for that one. That's the only other way I could attempt to represent
This is the
it.
building.
And then
This
here,
would've
that's the
been
side of the
like
building.
That if that was C1.
That's a traffic light.
Yeah. So
And you
yeah,
had 2 circles.
I've
going
got
on
2
there.
circles, but I only have one, so I can only make one. So that's representing the other.
You could
This-
have done a flat piece and make that like another circle, so it didn't just look like an archway.
Well, I needed to kind of show the box, and I wanted to really anchor you to the.
And if it
I
was
could
the
see it.
hallway, you would have done that. And you
Yes.
didn't.
Well, I didn't have this piece. Remember?
That
so
would actually, that could have messed me up. So.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well,
Alright.
what I would have done is I would have got the second one of this one.
Yeah.
yeah, well, sure, but I didn't have a second
back
one.
and
At that
cut.
one. Yeah.
All right.
If I had the tools, I could have sawed this in half.
Yep.
And then.
True.
Okay, folks. Look at hot
So-
love.
It's hot. You love it. It's tea.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tea.
Tea.
Hot
I love
love.
tea.
Biggest point round. I think I got 4 points this one.
Yep.
Yes, you did. All
Oh,
right.
TBD.
You're a shoe.
Yes.
You're a shoe.
Yep, that's a shoe.
Yeah.
You're a shoe.
You're welcome.
It's really good.
You walked so that I could run.
It's super smart to use the other lace as the shoe.
Come on, if I hadn't done shoelaces, would you possibly have gotten that?
I might have guessed egg.
If we hadn't discussed this, I probably would have done something different.
Right, I mean, but you never, if that is what I had done on the original one, would you have looked at that and said, oh, that's
And
a
I notably
shoe?
took my bottom and took it out of play for that one. It's a shoe floating
All right,
in the air.
total them up.
But you wouldn't look at that and think it's a shoe. Oh, jeez.
That always wins these.
I thought
Well,
Andy
Andy has
Andy
won
usually
for
wins.
many weeks in a row.
All right,
That game's
What'd you
like
get?
these, though.
Yeah, I know. This is a Glenn game for
Yeah.
sure.
I got 23.
25.
22.
29.
Yes. What is it?
18.
Yes.
Glenn wins.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us on Watching Pictures today. If you liked what you saw here, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to come by and visit us in Milwaukee, we'd love to see you. If you want to come and visit us but not in Milwaukee, please use our virtual barrister service and we'll have a little video chat and it'll be a great time. Until next time, thank you, everybody.